Alright, what's up everyone? I was planning on making this into just like a shorts to post on my channel, but I guess what I want to say is going to be like too long to put it in shorts because the shorts are time sensitive, if you guys don't know. So I'm gonna just upload this as a short video. I want to make this as quick as possible. But earlier this morning on the grading show, we talked about we talked about an update on the David situation, and when we talked about it, I talked about this morning how, you know, there was a clips that came out on of him streaming with the girl Celeste, and I guess I got some things wrong this morning. So supposedly there are two now. We are just now learning that there are two individuals named Celeste that were involved with the musician David, and so that's what's kind of making this investigation a little tricky. And this morning I said, you know, how the investigation is just being dragged out. I feel like, you know, the cops are not doing their job. I just want to say I kind of felt like I was a little out of pocket for saying that now that I'm, you know, seeing everything that's just now coming out. Shout out to one of my moderators, Truman, Demon Kid, for updating me on the situation so that way I can get everything correct. But, you know, I watched a short video earlier where, you know, somebody explained that there's, you know, two individuals named Celeste that are involved with David. So I got that wrong, and I guess the second individual that's named Celeste that's involved with him is 23 years old, and that's the one that we seen in the clips with him and on the live stream. So you know, even though she still said that the things she said on that live stream, I guess we can still take those into account with the whole situation. But I do want to come on here and just say that, you know, I guess I got things wrong. It was not the girl that was found in the back of the musician's Tesla. So we had that wrong. I had that wrong, rather. I apologize. And I guess, you know, one thing I do want to come on here and say is, due to, you know, with the whole investigation thing, you know, how I talked about how I felt like the cops are not doing their job. You know, one thing I got wrong is, you know, so with something like this, with a case like this, and with, you know, all the new information that's coming out every day, you know, the cops and the investigators, you know, they're really probably taking their time to investigate everything, you know, to do a very good, thorough investigation on everything. To really just get their story right, you know what I mean? Because if they just arrest him and then just keep him in jail, you know, they can only keep him in there for so long, and, you know, you can't keep somebody, you know what I mean? Because the whole thing is, it's innocent until proven guilty. So that's with everybody. So they can't just lock him up without, you know, having all this good evidence, you know, because if he gets a good lawyer and they bring a lawyer in there and they're like, well, what do you have? And they just give them, oh, well, we have this and this and this. Okay, you know, and even though they have, you know, the leaked DMs and stuff like that, you know, they're still gonna ask, you know, where's proof? You know what I mean? So you really got to give these, you know, detectives and, you know, the police some time to really do their investigation. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what comes out or, you know, what you see online. We really got to let the police do their investigation. And hopefully, I hope we get an update within, you know, the next couple of months at least. So let's give the police a chance, let's give the detectives a chance, and, you know, we'll see what updates come through. And of course, I'll talk about it on the show. I just, you know, for the next couple of shows, I don't want to talk about it until we get real updates on everything from the police, or, you know, from the state of which it happened in. So yeah, I won't talk about it until we get more official updates. So yeah, I just want to come on here and, you know, correct a few things. Yeah, other than that, make sure you guys like, subscribe. Like I said, it helps and supports the channel, and I much appreciate it. Anyways, I do apologize, and yeah, have a blessed rest of y'all's day. Peace.